So I was walking around Menards trying to find trim for my windows, and I found all of these blue pine 1x4s and just mixed in with the normal pine. It's also known as beetle kill pine because there's this beetle that kills the pine trees that gives them this color. But anyways, I spent forever going through all of this pine to find like 10 quality blue pine boards. It's already hard enough finding quality pine at Menards, much less blue pine, but I got it done.
So what I've done here is I've set, here, this is my push stick. I've set my table saw at 45. And I'm just gonna run some of these boards through here. I know that some of them are rough on the other side, on one side of them. So it'll be interesting seeing how this plays out. I'm just gonna trust the process and we will see how trustworthy the process ends up being, so. So this is my test piece. Look how good this looks. Literally, look at this. This looks like a solid piece of wood. I just put 2 finish nails in it to hold it together. And like, I can't even pull it apart. So I stripped a bunch of 1 by 1.5 inch pieces of poplar. And that's what I'm gonna be using between the window and the trim. So I just started placing things together, but this is kind of what it's gonna look like. I don't know how I feel about like this seam right here, but I'll figure it out. This is my front facing piece. I make sure to get the coolest grain, the best part of the board for this piece, preferably what has the most blue. And then here's my other piece. I kid you not, this is probably the nicest thing I have ever made in my life. Like, well, I'll just stand this up real quick. Look at that. Okay, you can kind of see a seam a little bit, but like still, wow. I mean, that looks like a solid piece of lumber, but you come around this side and nope. All right, so I'm testing finishes and like stains for my ceiling and my trim. This is linseed oil. I'm getting some on my fingers. It's very yellow, but let me just get this on camera. That's very yellow. That's like really, really yellow. I went to Menards today. I got, for my ceiling, that might be backwards. It's wood filler. It was $2. Put that over here. I got a putty knife for my walls. $6 because I got the slightly nicer one. And I got some drywall paper. Please don't get on me about pre-mixed drywall mud. This is a very small project, okay? I'm not about to make my whole house dusty just to save like $3. So pre-mixed. So it has been a minute since I have worked with drywall mud. I started off with these small seams above the window and all of these screw holes. And all of that went fine. It was all fine and dandy until I went to this seam over here, which was perfectly fine, and I could have left it alone, but I decided to rip everything off and restart for no reason. But after I finally decided that it was good enough, I was able to pick the paste back up and start doing these little pieces of drywall above the windows.
and just filling in the rest of the screw holes and the seams. So I know I've been jumping around a lot in this video, but back to the window trim. This is what it's going to look like. I'm really happy with it. It cost almost nothing and I really like the look. I haven't gotten to do the rest of the windows because I just have so much to do right now. I've just been jumping around different projects, just trying to get the things that need to get done first and then going to cosmetic stuff later. All right. Oh gosh. I like to seal the inside of my sheathing with primer. The first places that usually build up moisture in your home are either the corners of your home or the bottom of the walls. So that is where I'm priming mostly. And I'm also priming the old plywood that I reused on the roof. Here's an up close to this plywood. See kind of what I'm talking about. You can see the old mold on the plywood right there. That's what I'm sealing. So I've been battling a literal war with erosion in my house. I don't know why it's got to rain so much in the Appalachian Mountains, but it does. So I got these 8x8s off of Facebook Marketplace for free. And I'm just going to use them in the meantime to kind of push this hillside back from washing into my driveway and making my house unlevel. Alright, so there's these little tabs here and here the wire goes through, and word of advice, knock the tabs out before you put the boxes in the wall. It will make your life a lot easier. So I'm using recycled wire. I checked all the wire, and the skin on the wire, I don't know what it's called, the cover, the casing, there's a word for it. It's all in really good condition. I'm just gonna leave that loop in there. And so I was like, you know, I'm not gonna like spend hundreds of dollars on wire when I have all this wire right here. Why am I working downstairs when in my last video I said I would just like be finishing the loft? Is because I was gonna just finish the loft, and I thought that if I just hung up curtains it would keep it warm in there and it would all work out, but it's just not working that way. My options came down to building a temporary wall or just insulating the living room, and it's cheaper and just as quick to just insulate the living room. So I'm gonna try to insulate the ceiling, and hopefully that will solve the heat issue, because when I had opened the curtain in the morning, it was just as warm up in this area than it was in my bedroom. So I'm hoping that this little heater can at least keep it like slightly warm in here. So we're having a beautiful day out of nowhere. The sun just came out and it got really warm. It's like 55, 60 degrees. But I haven't been using a refrigerator because I haven't had a need to use one. So I just like filled this bucket because my well water's so cold. I just fill this bucket with cold water every like few hours and just sip my milk in it, and it works like so well. I love it. Love it. Love it. So, you got your piece of insulation, right? You got a wire.
What you don't want is to just stick the insulation right over the wire like I haven't been doing, because I would never do that. What you should do, score the inside of your piece about how high this wire is, about right there. And score. And then the best, what really is so like so rewarding about this process is like breathing straight fiberglass into your lungs. That is how you get the full effect of doing this. Oh, and then like getting it in your eyes as well, because like, you know, like you really want it to burn when you blink. So yeah, you just kind of do that and put it right in its spot, in its home, where it will remain for the remainder of the time that it will remain there, which is hopefully forever, because I never want to do this again. So I had to use this bottle jack right here to jack this up, because the way of the loft started bending this beam a little bit. It was about like a 1/4 of an inch or an 1/8 of an inch, maybe 3/8. So what I did is I jacked it up in the middle, and now I framed this, which will be what holds my bathroom door basically. And now I have to take the bottle jack off the pressure of the bottle of the jack. I have to take the pressure off from the bottle. You know what I'm saying. So the pressure of the bottle jack taking off process will commence now, and all I have to do is hope that this doesn't explode. I don't see why it would. Wow. So I went home to visit family, but mostly to visit my dog. This is my dog, Uno. But anyways, I found all these cabinet doors and hinges and knobs for free. They were giving them away, which is perfect timing because I just started building my kitchen cabinet, so I don't have to like build the doors now. These are maple, so I don't know if I'm gonna paint them, but I think I'm just gonna like leave them the way that they are. And I also found more poplar, so I don't have to mix and match my poplar siding like I thought I would have to. I also have my bathroom vanity here. This vanity was given to me for free. I bought the top for it, and they just gave me the vanity for free because it was in terrible condition. It used to be all blue, and it was completely made out of faux board, so I had to rebuild the doors. As you can see, I actually reused the wood from the old doors and replaced the centers because it was so ugly before. I don't know if I can find a picture. Bam. This thing was hideous, and it was in terrible condition too. It was totally destroyed by water. So, but anyways, coming over here, I got my stove. Got that off of Facebook for free, and this is a shed I renovated when I was like 13. So, do with that information what you will. So I'm just gonna end the video here. I know I'm not at my house. I'm visiting family, but I really just feel like I need to get a video out. So I know that this video has been all over the place, and it's because it's one of those videos where it's like I'm doing the things that I need to get done, and sometimes those things just aren't as like, wow, you know, it's like insulating, and I did a ton of like running wires and stuff, but the second I get back, I'm going to start my plumbing and finish my electrical, and I'm gonna start throwing up drywall and doing finishes, and that's when things will start looking wow again, you know. So, and I just, on top of it, I didn't get that much done this month,
because I have not only been, I've been working part-time, and I decided to work a lot this month because it's been so cold. So I just do like little contracting gigs and stuff. And so I've really just taken advantage of how terrible the weather is and just decided to work inside for other people. Because that's how I survive. So yeah, this month has been a lot of that. And on top of it, I've had a lot of health issues. I have like an autoimmune disease and stuff like that I'm not gonna like bringing that vibe into this video. Oh, I know I said I was gonna do like 1,000 subscriber thing. I was just gonna plant a tree. I went everywhere. I went literally everywhere. I went to Lowe's, I went to Menards, I went to like literally like Ace, which clearly is not the place with trees because I couldn't find a single tree within like, so I guess I have to wait until they restock trees, but for every 1,000 subscribers, I was gonna plant a tree. That was my plan. That was like the thing. So hopefully in the next video, I can find a tree to plant. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get this specific kind of tree, and then it just came down to like getting a literal tree. So that's my plan. That being said, thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video.